Merry Christmas. I'm Pastor Steve Turner, President of Iowa District West. And on behalf of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your partnership we share in the gospel of Jesus Christ. I want to thank you for your continued support of the mission of Iowa District West and the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. It says in Luke chapter 2, beginning in verse 6, "While they were there, the time came for her to give birth. Then she gave birth to her firstborn, a son, and she wrapped him in swaddling cloths and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn." The time came, our text says. The word time, it defines our existence. We measure our lives with calendars, with days, months, and years. You can go back in time with your memories, and you can go forward in time with your dreams. The preacher in the book of Ecclesiastes puts it this way: there's a time for everything, a season for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to search and a time to give up searching, a time to love and a time to hate. And so it is with God. The time came. The time came for God to send His Savior. At Christmas time, we remember that God is in control of everything, including time itself. We see God controlling the events of history. In Luke chapter 2, beginning in verse 1, it says, "In those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. This first registration took place while Quirinius was governing Syria. And so everyone went to register, each to his own town." God is in control. The child born to Mary is the very Son of God. But we're reminded that He is also the Son of David, born in David's town, Bethlehem. That's why we worship. We worship our God who's come to save us, because you see, it says in Romans chapter 5, verse 6, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Jesus Christ, fully human, came to pay the price for mankind's sin. Jesus Christ, fully God, in order that the ransom would be sufficient for the entire human race. It is on the cross where we see the extent of God's love for mankind. Yes, the time came. The time came for Jesus to be born. The time also came for Jesus to suffer and die on the cross for us. But we celebrate the time also came for Him to be raised from the dead. And now is the time for us to believe in these precious promises of God. Yes, the time has come for us to worship Christ our Savior. I wish you all a very blessed Christmas time as you gather together with your family and friends to worship our Savior.